Hey guys, thanks so much for joining this session. Let me share my screen and let's go ahead on what is that we are going to cover today. So this is my GitHub repository. I will give this, keep it handy. So I'll put it here. Okay, and all the sessions which I do will be under the speaker series of that particular year. So let me copy this link and paste it here so that you guys can have this handy. Okay, that being said, we will go and see what is that we are going to do today. Today's session is very specifically focused on one of the chapter from AI 102 syllabus. So let's see what is that which we are going to cover today. Just give me a minute. Let me quickly log into this. This is the official AI 102 syllabus, and out of this we are seeing that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 modules or learning paths, and we have completed this. Right now we are here, create computer vision solutions with Azure Vision, AI Vision. So out of this, again, we have 5 modules, and in this we are discussing very specifically on image analysis module. So here you can see that Azure AI Vision Service is a set of pre-trained models which we use to analyze images as well as extract any text which you see as part of that image. Okay, so that let's assume that someone has taken a picture and something is written on my t-shirt, or I have something else written on the wall behind me. So those kind of text also it will be able to extract. We'll see that. So let's go and check this one. Let's come back. I mean, I will be flipping between multiple windows. And I'm still a learner. Apologize if I do any mistake, and please fasten your seatbelt. I mean, we are not just covering one particular concept inside this. We'll be covering different concepts. Like if you see, we'll have a decent amount of discussion on what image analysis with Azure AI means. And then we'll spend some decent time on Azure Vision SDK. Then we'll see that how can we invoke the same functionality using the REST API using Postman, and how can we work with Azure Vision AI Vision SDK using C# as well as Python SDK. So 2 flavors are there. So all the source code are available in this link. If you go and click on this, you will see I checked in 8 hours ago. So you can see that one. Here it is there. The C# version I updated it. Python version it is as it is. It's what I didn't do any facelift to it. I just did some facelift to this one. So that's where you will find the code. So let's start. And you can see the previous 3 sessions here. You can click on this link and you'll be able to see the 3 sessions. Okay. The problem. Okay. So the problem with coming to YouTube videos, these people come and they'll start troubling us. Jokes apart, provision and AI service resource. This we have seen a couple of times, and one of the best suggestion is either keep this endpoints and keys in secret.json or .env file. Ensure that they are secret.json is definitely outside the source code location. And env by default, many of those frameworks or platforms, they ensure that they have included this in the git ignore file. So if you see Node.js will do that, and Python will do that. Golang also, I think it will do. If not, please ensure that .env file is in your git ignore, and create a example.env file, so that others will know that when they are grabbing your code, how to execute or what kind of secrets they have to include. So please ensure that that is being done inside the inside your this thing in little secure manner, so that it will not trouble anyone. So that's one important thing. So now let's start with this image analysis with Azure AI Vision. Okay. So as we discussed, this is a pre-trained model to extract image, extract insights and information from them. So that's very broad statement. Now let's look at it, like what is that we are talking about. Okay. So provisioning we have already seen. Now image analysis and remove background. Let's go a little bit towards the syllabus, and then we'll come back to this one. So here we can see the same three bulleted points. We can create a smart cropped thumbnail also. We'll see this in Vision Studio. From the programming perspective, we'll do image analysis as well as removing the background. So net will be seeing everything, but using different tools. Now, provisioning the resources, we already did it. Okay. And you can see that what all the things this Azure AI Vision resource can do for us. I mean, this is the pre-trained model. We don't need to train anything. It's already done. So here we can see description and tag generation. So based on the image, it tries to describe what will be the apt title for that particular image. And object detection, that means it tries to identify, do you have a coffee mug on the table, or do you have a laptop or chair, or a lot of things. And detecting people, and this detecting people is I mean, it identifies like a person, a guy is standing, or a human is there. But previously celebrities would also have been identified, and now that has been removed, and you might need to get an limited permission giving the justification why do you need it. And also image metadata, we'll see that in C# sample, we'll see that what metadata it gives. And category identification, background removal, moderated ratings. I mean, if you give the picture, it will give you how much percent of hate or violence or whatever it is. We'll see those in AI Vision Studio. Once we go to that Vision Studio, we'll see this piece, like content moderation, because I do not have those images where I can use it, and I don't want to cross the border, take some image and create problem for myself. So if I use the image which was given by Azure, a lot of people would have reviewed that, okay, this image we can use it safely, and that will be good, instead of me going and selecting some image and creating problem for myself. The next thing is smart thumbnail generation. We'll see this one also in the Vision Studio. So smart thumbnail generation as well as moderation, we'll see that, and rest of the things also we'll see in the AI Vision Studio. We'll see that. If you see here, uh, see that it gives a caption and tags and objects and text. That means here you can see this text inside this. wish you were here. So that text is also being read as part of the image analysis here. And it creates a thumbnail version of that, as well as it gives a metadata. The original image of 800 cross 600, and it is of JPG type. And let's come to analyze image. And you can see that, see, detection of celebrities, as we were discussing, it needs a limited access policy. Now, it might be a security threat, or we don't know what is that we are going to do. So Azure will definitely ask a justification before giving a limited access policy for that. Okay. So here we will be able to do the image analysis from, first we'll start with Vision Studio, then we'll learn how to do it with the Postman or curl or any other tool, which will, you can make an API request to that service. And then we'll see a couple of flavors from the SDK, C Sharp and Python minimum, because that's where the examination focuses on. So you can see that while calling the analyze method, we need to pass the visual features. Like if you see the caption and read, that means it's going to generate only these two. Read in the sense it reads the text anywhere in the picture. Okay. So you see the tags and objects, captions, and dense caption is like more details. I mean, more textual information about the image. We'll see that in a minute. And if I see this, I have the dense caption also. Now, I have the dense caption also. We'll see that in a minute. And then that gives a lot of textual information about that. And people, it does a box, bounding box, identifying the people inside the picture, and smart crop and read extracts the readable text. Now, see, similar to this one, it is going to generate a lot of this output, like text. That means what is the text, what is the confidence level, and the bounding box. So we'll see this, and this we saw as part of the metadata. We'll see about the image. And let me go and generate a smart cropped thumbnail and remove the background. So you can see we will be able to do a smart crop of this one. So whatever the region we are interested in, we will be able to crop it. And removal of the background. So you can see that it will remove, and we'll be able to see only the foreground of the image. So the background will be transparent or white. Okay. So the next thing is exercise. Let me take this here, and here they will give us a lab, or if you want to do with our own instructions, we can come in here and do this. So that's the quick theoretical part we have covered in 10 minutes or around 10 minutes. Okay. So now let's go and start working with these hands-on exercises. So first, I'm navigating to Vision Studio. This is called Vision Studio. And here there are a lot of things are there, but for our syllabus, or what is that we are going to discuss today is image analysis. So you can come in here. So you can see the image analysis. It is giving recognizing products on a shelf and customize models with the images. Will not do this, will not do this. Add dense caption to the images. We'll try that out and remove background, add captions, detect common objects, extract common tags. And this is the sensitive content which we thought that we will be doing it here and create a smart cropped images. So we'll quickly see all of these things one by one, except these two. Okay. So while coming to this one, what is very important is you have to select, you should have the Azure AI Services account. So here you can see this. I do have two Azure AI Services account, one in Central India, one is in East US. So sometimes what will happen is it is very important for us to understand, even though I've created the same multi-account AI service, it is grayed out. So that means for this particular recognize and analyze shelf products, I will not be able to use the AI services which I created in Central India. So we should know that even though we first point is we should have the Azure AI services, maybe the vision service, the individual service, or the multi-service account. So we need to have the account, and then we need to choose before we try any of these things. Okay, and then here you can see this. There are couple of pre-trained models are there, and here train your own custom model. We will not be able to do that today. We'll come back in future, but at least we'll be using the pre-built uh, models. We can add our own images here, and or else we can use these things. Like if we select this one, so it is identifying a different products here. Like if I select this chips and salsa, so I see that different products has been available in this one. So you can see the JSON, like you can go and see this one, the confidence level. So I can see, you can come and select. So it identifies a particular one. So this is empty. So it says that, okay, there's no objects here, but here it identifies a product perfectly. Like similarly, you can see this here, there's a gap, but here we do have a product, but here it is a gap. And again, here it is a gap. So it perfectly identifies. So it identifies this all our products. Okay. Now you can see this. This is perfectly identifying all these things as a product. And uh, just give me one more minute. Okay. So let me go back to the Vision Studio. Come back to this image analysis. We have seen this, and here we can see this. I selected couple of things. We will see this quickly. We'll see one or two things. So here you see that woman sitting on a couch with laptop and a dog standing on a rug. See this here, the mat, and person holding the laptop, and woman sitting on a couch with laptop, and there's a cup here. It identified, and there is a phone also. Lot of things it is able to identify. So if you see that, where is that blurry image? Here, this, see this one. It little bit of blur is there. So it identified, okay, there is a blurry image of window. And let's see this one. and it identifies close-up of green chair, woman wearing a face mask. It identifies the visual features also within the face. Are we wearing a glasses or any of those things? And let's see this one. So holding spring, rosemary, cookies. This is cookies and rolling pasta and ball of pastas and a lot of other things it is identifying. Let's see this crop here, a man driving tractor in the farm. It identified that, oh, okay, this is a farm. And blurry image of the tree is little blurry. And tractor in a field. And there's a sky and a hill. So it identified. So it's doing a decent job. And one thing, for some reason, I need to check that why it is not working. There will be a API which we will be able to go and validate it. For some reason, maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. I'll check with this because we can directly call those API from the hosted API from Microsoft itself, and you can view this code itself. So you can click on this samples and SDK reference. Other studios, they give the sample code then and there itself. Okay, you can see this and a pretty decent documentation. It's the same thing which I kept it in this tab. So I'll kill one tab. So we'll have this one. So let's come back to this and go back to the Vision Studio and removal of background image. Okay, we'll see this and then we'll come back to these three. So if you see this one here, I'm holding this picture is holding a baseball bat. So how it detects some of these things. So if you come and see the output, the JSON output. So adult score is 0.007. RACI score is 0.13. And you can see this things, and it gives metadata also. And it says that all these things are false because the score itself is very low. Now, if you select this image, so you can see that now the RACI score, all the scores are little on the higher side, but not up till that it tags it as a flag it as a red flag. So it's not doing that. So let's see how this is. Here also the scores are little low, and let me see this one. Okay, this is I don't know why did it do that, but here I see first time I'm seeing that 0.1. And what is this? This is a drone, and here also the scores. So some of these things it will protect us in our application where we say that you can upload your own images, maybe the blog site or something, where we'll be able to definitely do this analysis before finalizing that without any manual intervention, or there might be any manual intervention, but at least we can use the Azure AI to help us out with the scores. And based on the scores, we can also see that, okay, assume that there is some image, it was uploaded and it is giving lower score, but we want to flag it as not acceptable content. We can do that. Or if the scores are high and we want to give discount to that particular image, we can say that, okay, I'm accepting it. So there are a lot of there's a lot of business, not business rules, a lot of things we can do with this AI. Now we'll see this create a smart crop. And as we have seen in the syllabus, The range can be 0.75 to point, 1.8. Okay, 0.75 to 1.8. You can see this when I select this particular image. So this is somewhere you can see this guy picture has been cut a little. So it's somewhere from here. Now you can see if I take it all the way till that one. So you're getting the cropped image of this space. Now if I bring it, as and when I'm bringing it lower, so it is cutting the things smaller and smaller. You see now this guy, little bit of that guy is gone. And now if I still come to the lowest, a minimum value which is allowed, so you can see that that guy is completely cut off and only these two people are being shown in the picture. So this is the smart crop, and we can view the SDK reference here. So the same thing, the same link, both are the same links. And here is a full-blown samples, uh, you know, in C sharp. And okay, this is Node.js and Angular, Vue.js, and this is .NET. Last year they updated this one, and pretty much we have the sample over here, and you can go deep into that, and we see here crop suggestions are there. Crop suggestions are there, and are we doing okay? Cropping aspect ratio. So this is, I think, it's being done. The crop. This is the metadata. See the crop suggestions. It shows that uh, aspect ratio and other things. We'll see the samples in a minute. Okay. So I think we spent a decent amount of time on the Vision Studio, and you can see one or two things real quick. Background images we'll see in the C sharp coding. We'll see that add captions here. If I, so a man jumping on a skateboard. Now you see that group of cows grazing in a field, and we can see that holding a surfboard, and the pictures. A lot of these pictures are, it's adding a sandwich cut into half the captions it is adding. It's doing a pretty good job. And add captions we have seen, extract common tags from the images, detect common objects. Okay, objects is again, we saw similar things here. It is identifying this as a person, and this is the, you can see that footwear and person, laptop 52%, seating person, and seating table. So the confidence score levels are also given. So here you can see that it identifies bicycle as a 61% confidence level, and wheel and bicycle. So bicycle wheel is little lower, but bicycle score is pretty high. So we are good with that. And the final thing what we wanted to see is extract this common tags. Here we can see that it's like a dense caption. It is identifying a lot of other things over here. You can see that person, clothing, furniture, indoor table, and coffee table, human face, a lot of things like couch, laptop, computer, man, wall, group, woman, coffee, a lot of these things. It's like a dense caption. It is doing it. Okay. So now let's come back to the part two of this, is that we have completed working with Vision Studio. Just give me a minute. I'll have a glass of water and we'll go and work with REST API. Thanks. So you can see that we can use the REST API also. So let me come in here. You can click on this. Here, they've given C Sharp Python. This is for the exam preparation. For our official work or personal projects, open source project, we can use other programming languages also. But from the examination perspective, C Sharp and Python are needed. So you can see that the URL of the image, we can use it, and you can, let's see that what is the image here. Let me put it here. So see this kitchen, and a person is working and have a phone and laptop. And let's see the options, whatever we want to do it. You can correlate like features, read, caption, dense caption. You can see features, tags, reads, caption, dense caption. Or else I can come to the parameters over here. You can see a little bit better. All these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you can give all those 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all those options we are giving it. And how do you call the endpoint? That is very important. So we can use either curl or Postman or something else. We can do the HTTP files, or many ways we can do. And in English, this is your endpoint. So where do you get the endpoint is, if we come in here, we can go to a particular multi-service account, and then click on this keys and endpoints, and here you will see the endpoint. So that should be the endpoint, whatever we are trying to hit. And then you can see computer vision image analysis. So you can see that computer vision image analysis and analyze and API version 24.2, API version 24.201. That's the latest version. And then followed by the features, what features you want, and language. If you don't give the language, I think it's going to assume English as default. Okay, if you don't give it, I'm assuming that English will be the default. And few other things which we can gender neutral caption true. That means like male or female, woman or man, it will not give. I never tried it, but that's what I'm assuming. Select smart cropping aspect ratio. So you can see that aspect ratio is 0.75 to this one. So we have to give this property for it to know that our intention is to get the smart crop options too. And we need to give this aspect ratio. I did not give that. That's my bad. Okay. We'll give that. It's good. Now let's try this. I'll add this one and let me hit it. It will not work. So now if you see this, it says that the feature caption is not supported in this region. So that means I have two, as I was mentioning, have created two multi-services account, one in Central India, one in East US region. So right now what I gave is the Central India endpoint. So it says that Central India endpoint doesn't support this caption, but the US region supports it. So I will come back to this one, headers, and I'll flip this with this, and I need to change the endpoint. So I already created two endpoints. So I save it and go ahead and execute this. So once you see here, it is giving, this is a dense caption results. This is the caption, and this is the dense caption. This is a metadata, and a caption also I'll minimize, and metadata I'm minimizing. The tag values, you can see that clothing, laptop, person, indoor, wall, woman. Uh, she's using a laptop, so that's the reason it says an object result. So it identifies the bounding box. We'll see that in a C sharp sample what bounding box are. So you can see that it says that the text somewhere it found dot dot dot. Where did it find? Maybe somewhere here or in this. It found that um, a text called dot dot dot. See this? It's not able to identify because it's pretty low. Now here you can see that smart crop results, you have it, and people also it is blocking with the scores. I mean, this one with high score is sure shot that that's a people. So like this, we will be able to hit it from the API also, but we need to understand that even though we have the resources, whether and some of the features or requests which we are doing, will that be part of the region where we created the resource? That's the only thing we need to take care of. So let's try one more option. This one, gender neutral. So here we can see that it said woman or something somewhere at the top. It it's not this one as the object result, I think so. Kitchen appliances, keyboard, laptop, person. So I remember seeing woman. Is it a dense caption? A person using laptop. Ah, a woman sitting at a table. So let me try this. I never tried it, so just I'm a little curious. Gender neutral caption to true. So let's see a person using a laptop, a person typing on a laptop, person holding a cup, person sitting on the table, close-ups, blurry picture. So here we're not seeing the word woman or man. It will, I think that's what we discussed. Oh, it came in, but I think it's the caption is the one where we should see, not the tag results. That's correct. I mean, in the caption, dense captions, it never gave a gender. This is the one, gender neutral caption. So under the caption, it never told, caption or dense caption, it never told whether man is sitting or woman is sitting. It never created a gender, but it gave the uh, gender neutral result. That's pretty cool. We have covered this to a decent extent, invoking with the API also. So this is for the reference. I've given it in the documentation. Okay. So here we can see the smart crop also. And we have seen the smart crop to a decent extent in the Vision Studio. Okay. Now let's come back to the official Microsoft Learn lab or exercise. Let's do this. Thank you. So, we have given the code also. I did a small facelift, nothing else. Um, that's what one of the things we need to ensure that the latest 4.0 is available only in few regions. So we already have that region where it works good. There's East US and prepare. So what is that they are doing is the beta 1. That's the image analysis library, and they've given the complete code. It's not they didn't do. They gave the complete code and the structure of this program, and then some of the coding is exercise is being given here. From here, we have to copy the things at the appropriate place and make it work. So we'll see that beta one. So what I did is let's see. I can double click and do that. That will be simpler. So we can see this one image analysis. I'm using beta 3. I verified it works. Sometimes if it is a breaking change, then it will have an undesirable results. So we need to be a little bit careful. And you can see that I have given app settings example as well as the app settings, but I don't have values in this. I am using the secrets.json. So you can see that at the top, you will see the user secret ID. So that's a proof that this solution uses the secrets.json. So suggested thing is if you're using on your local, it should be mostly secrets.json. And if you're deploying to the Azure environment, there also you can use the secrets in the app settings. Or the other suggested way is to have it in the Azure Key Vault and use it from the Key Vault. Why? Because if at all there are 2 to 3 solutions is using the keys, I mean the endpoint and keys. So if each of those solutions are maintaining their own copy, if we change for some reason, if the keys are compromised and we regenerate the keys, all those solutions need to go back and modify it. If not, there'll be an outage until people run from pillar to post and identified there was a change in key rotation, and the impact is so and so applications. So instead, it will be better if we drop this in Azure Key Vault and all those solutions are using the value which is stored inside the key vault. So if we all use the key vault, then if at all keys are compromised or the scheduled uh, refresh of keys, all the solution team doesn't need to worry, because the operations team, they go, they refresh the key and update the key vault, and all is well. We don't need to do that until the operations team forget to update the key vault. Then again, everybody need to run from pillar to post. Jokes apart, let's come back to the code and we'll see that. uh, I'll highlight few of those things. We'll be using the namespace, and here is the one we are creating, the image analysis client, okay, for the authentication. And we need to pass in uh, when we are invoking the analyze method, we need to pass in the features which we wanted to do. Sometimes we just wanted a dense caption, sometimes we wanted the tag, sometimes we wanted to see that how many people are there in the pictures. I mean, it could be anything, or you want everything and you will strip off what you want, so you can do that one also. So here you can see that result. Once the result means, if you see that this is the one result over here, once we analyze, the result is coming here. And inside the result, we can go and check for caption. Caption, we saw that it is a single caption, but dense caption will be set of values. We saw that in the Postman here. If you see that the caption result is a single value, but dense caption is array of values. You see that. So that difference we need to understand that. So when we are traversing it, if it is a caption, sure shot it is just one value. If it is dense caption, it is bunch of values. And then we can have different tags. And again, tags also you can see. We have the Postman, isn't it? We'll go and minimize this. minimize this. Metadata, this again tag comes with bunch of values. So again, you see that tag dot values. Again, objects. Here you see it's an array. And people, the read is also blocked, and inside block number of lines. Like it would be one paragraph, two paragraphs. And this one smart crop results is also array. Here people is also array. Now this metadata is a single object. So only the metadata and caption result, those are coming as an individual object. Dense caption, tag results, object, read result, smart crop result, and people, these are array of values. So we need to be little careful while we are coding it. I mean, just we need to understand what is that which is happening. So remove the background or generate a foreground of that image. We can see that how it's being done. We'll be passing this and also this image. Okay. And then we will invoke and we will save it. We'll see this in a minute. Okay, so let's come in here. Let's select it. Oh, I have to give the file name. I'll show you in the code. That is done. So let's see the code. What do we have here? I'll close all the tabs. So under configuration, I'm using a strongly typed configuration instead of going configuration dot or configuration within the square brackets, double quotes, so and so, so and so. I just create it. So this should match exactly with the structure we have defined in the app settings and in the secrets.json, because it should exactly match. So here in the program CS, here in this extension, here in the program CS, I am invoking this and retrieving it. So where do we see that is in the get host builder, where we are loading the app settings JSON as well as secrets. Mostly we'll use secrets. And here we have created the object of that, and configuration object, we have said get section and bind to this. So it takes this section from the secrets.json and populate those values inside this class here. So the properties of this class and the values which we defined in the secrets.json or app settings.json should exactly match. So now that is how these two get married. And that particular object, app config, we are loading it as part of the singleton. So now anytime we need it, we'll use get required service and give this object the class name. So here we will have a strongly typed config. So there are no magic strings all over the place. Now, right now we have this strongly typed object of the configuration. Now we can pass or inject this particular object in different places wherever we need it. I mean, technically we do Web API or the Razor Pages, ASP.NET Core, MVC, or Blazor projects. We can inject it across this one. So here I've defined a set of images, and I'm selecting first image. It expects the arg of 0. If you don't pass it, it takes the hard-coded images. From here, I'll show you what all the images do we have. Here you can see we have the building. We have person, street, this person, and man coming out of the door. Okay. So different images I do have. And this one we have seen, and analyze image and remove the background. So let's see this analyze image. I'll minimize this method. I'll do some more refactoring of this. So if you see the analyze image, what all the things we are passing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all those things which we have seen, we can also go and check it, the visual features, enum, and you see that tags, caption, dense caption, objects, read, and smart crop people. So all those things which we are passing it as part of the method invocation to analyze. And then we are reading the caption, we are reading the dense caption, we are reading the objects, and this is the one which I added yesterday, 9 hours ago or 10 hours ago. I just added this block. That's the straight lift from this code here. Okay, I came to this one, change the tab, and you can go here. You see that all 7 visual features has been passed, and we invoke and pass the visual features. Where are that? Okay, here we are passing the visual features and retrieving all these things. So this is just a straight lift from here. I have to refactor the code, but it's a straight lift. So then we get the image tag, get the people, and smart crop, aspect ratio, and that's the metadata. So right now we see the image what is being passed is the image of 0. So that means street image. So let's execute this. So it creates a couple of outputs. We'll see that. Here it created the caption. We saw that this is a single object. There's an array of objects. And this is again an array. And read, we saw that block and lines and word. So hello world and double exclamation. And tags, retrieving people, smart graph, and the metadata is a single object and background image. So let's see that's output, and let's analyze what the image itself is. So here in the street, I have added hello world here. So that is what we are seeing as part of our output here. Where is that? Hello world. So I just added it last night. And what it does is it generates 3 outputs. So the first output it generates is the objects. So it identified this is a car, this is a taxi. I don't know what made it to decide this is a taxi and this is a car. And here I think this is shoes. But when we go to persons, it identifies these each and every shoes as a person. And this is a dog, it identified but properly. And I didn't realize that there is a taxi driver which is visible until unless I went into this person's. So it clearly bonded this guy. Wow. And also see this, there is a person who's walking here. And I see this, there's a guy, I assume, I don't know who is that, but it identified this particular thing over here as a person. Now I can clearly see this. There's a person over here, there's a person over here. And see this, it clearly identified this and this. I think someone, taxi driver, it identified here, there's a taxi driver. So it's doing a pretty great job of identifying this. So the other one, what we can do is we can see the Python version that I didn't enhance. I just used whatever is coming out of the box. So there is a virtual environment. Let me activate. And by main. This is anyone who's having Windows, we can use the Py instead of Python. So that's a Py launcher, Python launcher. It goes and hits the same. You can see the Python version also. Here I am not using uh, most of the features which I used it in C sharp, but here I'm using little less features than I used it in C sharp version. So if I come back to the Python version, you can see the objects here. So here, see this, the Python version did a better job. Oh, no, no, no. Here we have to see this. So it is also doing the same thing. It identified all these set of pairs of shoes as persons. I don't know why. And this is object. This is very similar to what C sharp has generated. And this is a background removal from Python. And this is the background removal from output from C sharp. I don't see any difference whether if it is a Python version or C sharp version, but both are doing the same job. Okay, so I think that's it. We have covered a pretty decent length on this one. So I've given the reference, the exercise lab URL, and how does the output looks, and how does the Python output look. And in the next session, what we will be covering most probably is, if I come back to this one, here we have covered the analyze images. Next, we'll work on the image classification with custom Azure AI vision model. Okay, we'll take time. We'll break it into piece by piece and start showing instead of trying to cover two modules in one particular session. It might be overkill, but let's take time and learn the knowledge to the core as much as possible. Okay, thank you so much for joining, and hope you guys have learned something new, and we'll see in the next session. If you have any queries, please post it, and have a good rest of the day, and happy weekend. Bye.